O'clock, more fallout from a sexual harassment scandal at the Capitol. The Arizona House of Representatives voted to remove Don Shooter from office over sexual misconduct allegations.
Lindsay Reiser went to his home to catch up with him in his first interview after being booted out of office.
What do you think about the expulsion? Last time a lawmaker was expelled was
70 years, I think. No, I think it was 70 years.
for a House rep, it was 70 years. For a senator, it's 27.
Free at last.
What are you going to do next?
See what the good Lord has in mind.
We have live team coverage for you right now.
That's right. Mike Watkins had a chance to talk to people who support Don Shooter. He's going to join us live coming up in just a moment. First, let's take you now to Dennis Welch. And Dennis, how truly wild was this day?
And we certainly expected there to be a lot of drama down here at the Capitol today. Now, what we didn't expect, all the security, as one of the key players in this sexual harassment saga needed a police escort while another had a firearm removed from his office. What's DPS doing up here? It was high drama before today's historic vote. A DPS trooper escorting Michelle Ugenti-Rita through the House. House Speaker J.D. Mesnard later explained the need for the tight security. Comments Shooter made outside of Ugenti-Rita's office.
So I had heard that Mr. Shooter had come in and was going down the hallways, sort of popping into places saying, it's a good day for a hanging or something to that effect. Obviously, Mr. Ugenti-Rita has dealt with, as the report shows, harassment over the years, and she took that as a threat.
But the drama wasn't over. The speaker said he had to personally remove a firearm from Shooter's office.
He had a toy one that is what most people thought was a real one. It wasn't. I did take that anyway. And he had another, and he gave it over. He didn't resist or anything like that.
And speaking to reporters after the vote, Mesnard said he never considered Shooter a threat, that he took the weapon only out of an abundance of caution.
There have been some folks expressing concern about safety and making sure that today, in the height of the emotions, that nothing even more tragic occurred.
And the speaker also told us that Mr. Shooter no longer has access here to the building. Now begins the process of replacing Mr. Shooter with the Yuma County Board of Supervisors, making that final decision. At the Capitol, Dennis Welch for Arizona's Family.
So much drama playing out at our Capitol today. The call for a vote, it was immediate. It lasted for several hours. Lawmakers, they wanted to explain their vote.
He had some people in his corner, Shooter did. Mike Watkins continues our live team coverage now. Mike.
Yeah, Nicole, it was a tidal wave of repudiation for Don Shooter down here at the Capitol today. An overwhelming vote of 56-3 in favor of booting the very controversial Shooter out of the Arizona House of Representatives. Overwhelming, but not unanimous. Two of Shooter's Republican colleagues, Noel Campbell and David Stringer, both from the Prescott area, joining Don Shooter in voting against the resolution to expel the Yuma representative. Representative Campbell saying voters in Yuma should decide Don Shooter's fate and warning against passing judgment on a colleague. Representative Stringer questioning the investigation of Don Shooter and critical of what he described as a lack of due process.
My problem is that I don't really know that he did the things that he's accused of doing. I find very fundamental violations of due process in the report that we have been handed. None of those witnesses were ever sworn. None of that testimony, none of those statements were ever given under oath.
I believe it's up to the people of his district to either expel him or not. I think that is the real judging body.
But of course, the House of Representatives also judging today, voting to oust Don Shooter 56-3. A lot of people calling for sustained real change down here at the Capitol as they try to get this very ugly chapter behind them. At the Capitol, I'm Mike Watkins, Arizona's Family.